Well, hey, look at that. Kind of looks familiar if you were here on the channel or here at the dealership back in April for my personal send-off of my Corvette all the way over there. Those of you that were here, it meant so much to me. It was awesome. But anyways, I saved this car cover. It's an indoor car cover. Thank goodness we have no rain today. And they said that these car covers would not fit a high wing. Well, this one does. It's a surprise for Michael and Christy. Now, he knows he's got a Corvette. We told you before he paid for the car, but Christy and I come up with the final design, the spec, the color. Michael has no idea. Actually, he didn't even know that he was getting the high wing. I tried to hide that from him, but when we did the paperwork, then he goes, oh, good, I'm glad I'm getting the high wing. God darn it. I didn't want him to know that, but he's gonna be here shortly. The reveal, we got a GoPro set up there. We've got one inside the car, and I got another one on my car. We got another one right here. Thanks for joining us on the channel.
And they're all recording at the same time.
Actually, no, they weren't. I was even wearing this GoPro remote thingy. I don't know what I did wrong, but the good thing is camera one was working, and today we have a wonderful experience to share with you. Michael's wife, Christy, did the final spec of a C8 Corvette. It's tough waiting for this car, but how about paying for a car and you don't even know what you're getting? We reveal that today, and then on the way home, Michael surprises her. Welcome everybody to Coffee with Conti. Michael and Christy, and I didn't know if your parents were going to meet you here, but you're going to FaceTime them.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime them at some point. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So you got to be pretty excited.
Without a doubt.
You paid for a car a month ago, for Pete's sakes, and you're like, okay, the heck did I get? What did you get him? Christy's like, I can't wait. And I did. I saw your message on it. I think it was Instagram or the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I did almost screw that up yesterday. I got done, I was closing Coffee with Conti, and I'm talking about the color and this and that, and because I always have an opinion about these cars for some reason. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and Ed, and I'm like, oh, you cut all that, you idiot. You can't, you're gonna blow it on the day before they pick up their car. So I'm real excited to have my cover that was on my car, and it's neat.
You're gonna use that, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what's cool is because everybody said that the cover wouldn't fit the high wing, and it does.
It does, yep.
I want the car completely covered.
That was one secret you couldn't hide. I saw that this morning on
I know.
Instagram.
I was trying so hard.
I know I'm getting the high wing.
I didn't remember we were doing the paperwork, and you go, oh, well, that's good. I'm getting the high wing. I'm like, oh, crap. I wanted to hide that from him so bad. And you may have told me, because we've talked for a while, you've been just so generous to us and just amazing support of the channel and my marketing efforts around this car. Have you, though, personally, have you had Corvette before or no?
Oh, yes. Yep,
oh, no, never.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Right, so please tell.
Yeah, Chris will tell you just one too many. So right now I have a 19 Z06, and that's not going anywhere. Got a stick shift while you still could.
Yes.
You know, and front engine as much as big fan of the mid-engine. It'd be cool to have something you can never duplicate again. Really.
Correct.
Right.
Right.
And but this will be. There's an asterisk because there was one I guess I had and took it back, but this will be 13.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Chris is like,
Chrissy,
yeah.
I don't get too attached to them because they don't stay.
I know.
The Z06 has been the longest by far, so she's believing me that it's not going anywhere.
But you have to know, we did this for the 30th birthday, and here we are again.
Yeah, here we are again. Because there's unfortunately, there's always a new generation, a new model. So it's like, well, honey, maybe you could take that one and we can make it this one, right? But
well, if I live long enough, we'll see you for your 50th.
Exactly.
The clock is ticking on Ricky, but that's all right. Happy to be here right now with you guys. Okay, so really nothing fancy here because it is just you guys. I thought there was going to be other people here to help unveil it, but tell the folks watching right now some of the things that you sent to me that I told you guys we ordinarily don't do this, but Mike says, oh, I'm going to send you a couple things, and it's like, here's a laundry list of stuff that we had to do to the car. What did you send us?
Well, I appreciate it first off, and Chuck and Nate and everything.
Yeah, I want you to go down there and meet him too before you guys get out of here. Okay.
We got something for him too, and I think the biggest reason why is too, just schedules and everything. It's like it's done. If you don't do it now, dropping a car off, our schedules is like, when do you go pick it up and drop it?
Right.
So it's nice to just have it all done.
Right.
But definitely wheels. That was the thing I struggled on. I think like a lot.
What are those wheels? I really like those.
BC Forged.
I'm sorry?
BC Forged is the name of the company.
Really nice wheels, man.
Yeah, RZ21 I think is the name of the model.
Okay.
And I like some of the stock wheels. I think the biggest thing is the offsets, just like a lot of factory cars, they're always a little sunken in.
Right.
I think that was more the impetus of why I did it, more than they're forged.
You know what I noticed too about the wheels, you could tell by touching them that they're great quality, but I loved how it was machined and finished all the way inside the barrel.
Yes, that was very cool.
Really sharp.
Yeah.
So I have to point out, he has changed the wheels on every car we've ever had.
Yeah.
No, it never has stock wheels, ever.
Oh, okay.
This is true.
So that's nothing new. All right,
No,
what else
nothing
did you do then?
Yeah, and then let's see, exhaust, a Paragon exhaust that we sent there and put that on, and the spanner wrenches to lower the car.
Yes.
Got to have these cars lowered. Obviously, living in Florida, the roads are perfect, and so you can get away with that. You know, when we were driving through Atlanta.
2 days ago?
Tuesday ago. It seems like a week ago there, the trip up here, but 2 days ago, I was like, yeah, the lowered car would not work in downtown Atlanta.
Right.
But so we did that, and then, you know, a lot of the little things, the 5DM front splitter, the side rockers, but in carbon flash.
Yes, make
get rid of
a big difference,
Yeah, get rid of
man.
that kind of
Huge
plastic look.
Right.
The ACS, you know, rear, you know, mud flaps, I guess you can
Sure,
kind of.
and those are done in
call
carbon
them.
flash.
And they're done in carbon flash.
Very nicely done.
And probably a couple things, and then things you recommended. You know, like the front radiator protectors.
Oh, strut tower covers.
Yep, strut tower covers, those kind of things there.
Sure.
Don't know if you call them misses by GM, probably not, because, you know, they test everything, but
Correct.
you know, pros and cons to doing it. And this car, I don't think I'm going to track this one, so I don't think that overheating issue will ever be.
Yeah.
something
Did you
I'm
track
too
the
concerned about.
1906?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, have you?
Yep, yeah. And also do the Ron Fellows. We're
was
doing
gonna
that
ask
later
you.
again this year in
Good.
October.
When are you going, do you know?
October, yep, 16th and 17th.
No
which
kidding.
is
I haven't
the
booked
weekend.
my class yet, so.
Yeah, it'd be
trying to
awesome.
get-
if you can. At
yeah,
the same time,
yeah,
I'm
we're-
taking my dad, because
Cool.
he's going to be out there for a conference with my mom, so we're taking him, and he was kind of almost hesitant, you know, because he's never really driven a car at speed.
He'll love it.
I'm like, they'll
The-
tell you
the
what to do.
experience is amazing. He'll love it.
Yep, so that'll be awesome to do together.
Well, let's check out this car. Let's
Yeah, yeah.
check out this car so we can see what he got.
Now
How do you want to do this? Do you
Where
wa-
are we here? Because are you going to tell him the math story first?
What's that?
Tell him the math story.
Well, you know,
There's
I'm
a
not trying to
story.
ruin my surprise.
Okay.
You know, I don't like, it's like Christmas. You don't want to really ruin your surprise what you're getting, but obviously I got the paperwork. I had to sign for it and everything, and you kind of see the total. So you're kind of playing around a
You
little
knew
bit.
he had the
like,
wing coming,
the
right?
wing coming, so you're kind of trying to do things. I'm like, well, and I couldn't get anything to add up. You know, I couldn't.
He
I was-
literally was trying to go through all of the options
Yeah.
that we had sent, what we potentially talked about, trying to get to that number.
I couldn't get to the number, and
So
I
you're
just
trying to
couldn't-
open your present before Christmas.
I was trying not
He
to,
was
but I was
shaking it.
trying to. I was
He
trying
was
Crazy
shaking
kid.
it.
How do you want to do this? Christy, you want to help, and I'll pull the cover off, and then why don't you stand on this side over there, Michael, so you can get in the driver's seat.
Okay. Awesome.
There you go, big guy. And the high wings in shadow gray, and I think it looks
Got it in shadow
stunning.
gray too. You threw me for a loop there, and you're like, "Well, what if I can't get it in color match?" And you did.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, buddy.
Awesome. Man, that thing is sharp.
Oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning, and we got a great day to show it off.
Yeah, we sure do. Look at
I'm
that.
so excited for you, dude. I'm so excited for you.
Oh, you're happy? I really was going to go with yellow, but I honestly thought you'd get tired of it.
All right, hop in there and fire it up. man.
Okay. Awesome.
Want to hear this exhaust? And there's your interior with
Yeah,
the blue
with the
fleck.
blue. Yeah, that was my
And the
favorite
shadow
by far.
gray is going to be dynamic with this.
Yep. That's what I thought. The little blue tone.
Carbon
there.
fiber interior.
Yeah, look at
We'll
that.
throw up the trim for you, the whole spec in just a moment, some pictures. Nice job. And it looks great on the car. Those wheels in the sun. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I'm seeing the wheels in the sun. Wow, man. Wow. Now this is what I was talking about in Sunday Coffee with Conti that we edited out. I'm so bummed that Chevy got rid of shadow gray. You guys see this, this is beautiful. Now there's a hypersonic gray by name for 2022, but in a day like today, it looks like a silver. This deep gray adds so much definition to this car. This has a blue fleck, goes great with the tension blue interior. This thing is, yeah, you guys know what it is. Look at that thing. Wow, man. Wow. Did the color matched here,
See, stuck with body color. Yeah, body color accents.
and then what you did is you sent us, so that's color on the fins as you're supposed to get from Chevy, but he wanted these black. So when this was going on, we actually installed black rear vents instead of the shadow gray ones.
Yep. Yeah, just, you know, some people have commented kind of look like almost overspray a little bit, you know, when they on other colors, and I was like, yeah, I kind of agree with that, you know. So yeah, that looks awesome.
But it ties in nice with all the lower fascia, the script,
Yeah.
the posts are in carbon flash, so the whole thing has a great theme. Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Michael's telling me a story, and I said, hang on a second, I got to turn the camera on. We got to share this with you guys, talking about the value story and just the exciting opportunity that you guys have. Now it's reality, a mid-engine car. So go ahead and continue, if you would, from the beginning.
Start over.
Start over.
Yeah, start over. Yeah, sorry about that, Michael.
Well, I was just saying that, you know, today's awesome for a lot of different reasons.
Right.
But I think what hits home now, let alone later, is we're going to have a mid-engine, basically supercar in the garage.
Yeah.
That's attainable, you know, reliable, can take it to the dealership, don't have to pay, you know, another car's worth to basically get it repaired or service it even.
Sure.
And, you know, you think of like where I grew up in Canada originally. My dad just told you the story about the cars and everything, and to think that, you know, this Hot Wheel basically is sitting in our home is pretty amazing. And that's what, going back, the story started with, you know, your HTC, and I originally was doing that, and I struggled. I went literally back and forth. Who knows, you know, how many times.
Sure.
And I ultimately went with the coupe, though, because as the first mid-engine car, I thought, if this is the first one I have, it'd be nice to have a second one. Who knows? We'll worry about that down the road, but...
That's me waving the white flag again.
Saying, okay, just do whatever you want to do.
I thought, you know, you got to see the engine.
Right.
It might be hokey, it's through the glass in it, but you got to see that. And that's why I ultimately went with the coupe, is I thought that was part of the experience of this first model.
And you've even talked about other mid-engine cars like Ferrari, McLaren, that are so high in price. Number one, they're not realistic for most people. And then when you get those cars, that they sit and you don't drive them. And that's a sin. And so now we really have a great value story that so many more people can enjoy. And it really is something, man. It is a rock star.
It is, yeah. I mean, you know, people watching earlier would say, oh, he's not driving it because we're shipping it back. It's like, I wanted to drive it, but I also want to protect it. And when you got 1,500 miles, it's not going to show up very well, obviously, after that drive. So the thing will get driven. It is awesome to just stare at. It is a work of art, but you got to drive them and experience them.
Well, and we've done a drive back after we purchased
one of the Corvette museum deliveries.
You enjoy it, but you almost don't enjoy it as much as you should.
Yeah, because you're
nervous.
Yeah, you're real nervous. Exactly. I get that. And I talked about earlier that Michael did lower the car. You guys probably can see that here. What a difference that makes there. Okay, so Mike's telling me he's the big surprise guy. So on their way home, okay, go ahead real quick, because by the time this airs, she'll have it already. So go ahead.
So Wednesday we're going to North Carolina on the way to Clemson to get her Jeep Wrangler, and she has no idea. It's not like me. I knew I was getting it.
You did some customization stuff.
Customization stuff too, and everything.
You are a big kid.
Yeah. Clemson themed, a little bit with the orange and everything, and so you know, she's been giving me, as a wife would do, was something like this as a gift. Like, well, I got this and you got this, and it's all going to equal out, but she has no idea right now. So she's just been ribbing me hard. Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Chris over the car. Hey, that's cool. Michael and Christy have been so generous and done so many cool things for us that I'm just excited to meet them, spend the time that I have been with them right now in the office just talking. It's like we've known each other forever. This has actually been pretty cool. And I'm just happy to do business with them. And then they brought me another gift that I'm going to share with you now, some kind of an impromptu viewer mail, if you will. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, he's a detail-oriented guy, Michael said. So, you guys are going to see it first on the vlog, run from behind.
Upside down.
It is upside down?
50-50.
So how's it look? Let's see. Oh, look at that.
So this is not just a Rapid Blue car. This is your car, digitized basically.
Oh yes, it is. There's the Zorro.
Yeah, the Zorro sticker. The only thing he asked, you know, the windshield. I was like, no, the car looks better without that.
Okay.
As a lot of viewers, I think, agree. Even though we know why you put them on.
Come on, you guys. I know. Hey, get those stickers off the ars. Like, hey guys, come on. I got to justify the expense.
It's up top for that reason.
Oh, so, that's awesome.
But you know, I sent you the center caps. You know, they didn't have the chrome on it.
Yes.
So put those on there. Obviously, you can't get a black Z51 spoiler.
And the blue mirrors.
Blue mirrors, so we know it's
details.
Z51 details.
I love it, and I love the matte, the Rapid Blue matte.
So yeah, so
then you've got the navy blue interior.
Details. There you go.
I noticed too. Yeah. I'm a little bit of a detail guy. I'm kind of a nut.
We thought that when we saw that on the wall, we're like, that's the frame.
Yeah.
That's the matte.
So you surprised I noticed that? I noticed everything. Nice job on that.
Yeah. So
holy crap, man, that's
awesome. We thought it'd be cool to have your car somewhere in the office.
Okay. We're telling more stories. You guys got to hear this. We're talking about my CAMO car. And one of the jobs that Michael had, he was doing that for a company that did it for the manufacturers, and you were driving CAMO.
C7 Z06s before they came
Oh, you
out.
drove CAMO Z06s?
Yep, yep.
And Mercedes?
Hellcat, Challengers.
Oh, wow.
And even Kia. A bunch of different stuff.
A CAMO
the
Kia.
cool cars. We're focused on the cool cars. And the
But
last
you
one
said
was-
I had you, though,
You
because
had me.
you used to do that.
I used to do that. You had the car wrapped and the padding and all that stuff that they do themselves on purpose to show lines that aren't there and things that are there. And And you did a really good job. The wheels, the way you cover them is exactly how they did it until obviously one blew off.
Right.
Okay, Christy.
I had to film the meet and greet.
That was the first thing. The C7, I lowered mine, but you did that with the bolts.
Right.
And got fairly low enough. Now I have drop spindles on mine, though, because I don't like it slammed. I don't like it's dragging on the road, but I like that gap as small as possible. I mean, you look at a car, GM does this. When they release any car, the C8, and it's on stage, that thing is lowered.
Sure.
You know, because it looks good. They're not going to admit that they lowered it, but they lowered it.
Right.
You know? Because I've gotten some of my C7s out of the factory, and that thing looks like a 4x4.
Oh yeah.
You know, it might be great for not scraping and all that, but it's a Corvette, not a truck. So.
And I've seen some guys even lower them to where the traverse spring starts contacting the lower control arm. Which I think is not a good thing.
Yeah, well, there's these aftermarket bolts that you can put them in, and they fail basically. They crack.
Right.
And that happens. And so there's that compromise. That's why I did the drop spindles. The geometry doesn't change, where she spent more money for the drop spindles, but there's doing it right. There's doing it quick and fast.
Quicker, that's why I tell everybody, good work ain't fast and fast work ain't good. So.
Yes. Yep.
That's
Where are those t-shirts, Rick?
I know. I got to start writing this stuff down, man. Okay, you guys don't know this. We had a small technical difficulty, but we are back, and welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. In this vlog, we are doing a staged send-off, Pat, because as we said earlier, they are shipping the car, but hey, you're not going to come all this way, after all this time, do all these cool things to the car, and not drive it. That's Paragon exhaust. That sounds good, man.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, heck yeah.
It's funny though, if I haven't, I just put my left foot down.
Oh yeah, because your other car's a stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get used to that.
I was like, why am I not feeling anything? Oh yeah.
The worst thing's going to be is when you're driving, you hit that, and it's like, be careful. For Michael and Christy in Florida, we have a send-off. Pat, congratulations. Thank you for everything. You guys have been just absolutely amazing. And yeah, buddy, we'll rub that high wing. Good to go, bro.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Okay, so you drove it this much. What'd you think?
You know, with the not having the break-in period, you can't really, they don't want you to go over 3,500.
Right.
And that happens like even quicker than that. So it's like, man, this thing, I can't wait till it opens up, because this thing is incredible. And the handling, even compared to my Z06 already, that was just a quick trip.
Right.
We took one turn fairly quick. Chrissy's like, warn me next time. You're just into it before you think about it. It's awesome. It's incredible. It really
The
is
steering
incredible.
wheel feels awesome, doesn't it?
The steering wheel's awesome. The view, this all works. And just once in a while, looking over your shoulder, seeing the engine, but hearing it. Right. I mean, maybe it's the aftermarket exhaust too, but man, the thing just sounds awesome. Sounds awesome.
Absolutely. You know, Michael says, hey, he goes, I feel like I'm in a supercar. And I look back there and I see my engine. I said, yeah, dude, you are. Congratulations, you
Thanks
guys.
very much. Thanks, Rick.
I'm so happy for you.
I appreciate it greatly. It was awesome.
All right, before they get back to Florida, driving back to Florida, we're going to be shipping their Corvette, as we've told you guys. Forgot to tell you, Michael did order the custom plate. And Christy said, I don't want the pressure of picking this thing. So what did you pick for the custom plate and why?
So it says C8, man's second best friend, 24 characters or spaces perfectly there, because that was the rule.
Yeah.
And, you know, we don't have children, but our children are basically our dogs.
Yeah.
We lost Slice, unfortunately, just about a year ago. We have miniature schnauzers.
Oh.
He was unique. He was white. We don't have many white ones. And then we have Sandy, although we call her Sandy Pants, or just Pants now. I don't know where that came from. Come here, Pants. But she's the most adorable, sweetest thing. Loves to sit everywhere.
Right.
Just where is she? She's sitting there. She's sitting there. I've never seen a dog sit so much. So that's basically, you know, we just thought, I love Corvettes. Chrissy knows I love them. I love cars in general. But at the end of the day, obviously my family comes first. And then certainly my dogs are more important. I'd give up. If Slice could be here today, give you the keys to this right away. So, so I thought that, you know, you want something more than just your name on there, something unique and cool. And that's, I wanted her to pick it to surprise me, but she's like, I can't deal with that.
No.
And then I struggle with what is going to be kind of unique and what can fit.
Exactly.
You know, and so that's what we came up with. That was kind of cool.
Is any of that hitting the lens? Sorry, guys. Well, hey, I'm glad that Michael and Christy got to see their car in the sun, because right now it is no fun loading a Corvette in the rain. But that's what we got to do. The truck drivers out back, and the official send-off Pat to Florida is coming up. One more time. Ask me to, hey Rick, one more time, will you? Yeah, okay, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. All right, actually, I thought of one more thing you're probably gonna ask me. What's it sound like inside the car? Okay, let's put it in neutral. Sounds great. Doesn't annoy you inside. You know what annoys me though and bums me out? We're in a 3LT coupe and you get this beautiful stitching in a coupe in a 3LT. In a convertible 3LT, no stitching. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the experience we shared with you today on Coffee with Conti. It's an honor for me to be a part of it, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Michael and Christy, thank you again for your friendship, your generosity, and your business. I gotta tell you guys, we've had a lot of C8s come through here. There's a ton more coming, but this is, and regrettably, I didn't have the time under, well, you can see the conditions I have right now, under the sun, to really get a nice photo shoot for you guys. I didn't get as many shots as I wanted to, but this has to be in the top 5 of some of our best looking C8s that we've had come through the dealership. Wow. Nice spec, Mike. Way to go, man. Okay, so we did one already, but now we have to make it official. The send-off pat and the rub of the wing for Michael and Christy in Florida. Congratulations, we have a send-off pat for you guys. Thank you again for everything. That beautiful car with that high wing, we're gonna rub that sucker too. Enjoy every minute of it. I know you will. Well, guys, that's our show today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope you enjoyed it. And do you agree? That's got to be one of the best looking C8s that we featured on the channel so far to date. That is just a great looking car. Just wish I would have had a little bit more time behind the wheel. Michael, you were awesome. Christy, you were awesome. Thank you again for everything. Now, today being July 4th, I want you guys to have a fun and a great holiday, but be smart and be safe. And I'm excited to share with you, coming up on Tuesday's upload, my first experience, my first parade in my Corvette. I'm participating with the Capital City Corvette Club. Thank you to the Gahanna Lions Club. We're going to have a blast passing out candy. I'm going to be wearing my crazy suit. We're in a parade, man. Yeah, these are the fun things that you love to do in your Corvette. I can't wait to share that with you guys. And I want you to come back. So please support us by subscribing, liking this video, and making the comments down below. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks again for watching today's Coffee with Conti show, and I'll see you on Tuesday.